The Outlanders Journey. Tier 1, Level 3. Chapter 21. Arc. You run your talons across Rekka's cloak, smoothing out the wrinkles. In the course of your journey together, it has gotten torn and slightly scorched, but its prestigious air still shines through. You adjust the badge pinned to his lapel. You comb back the snow-white feathers on his head, polish his beak, straighten his posture. He looks so handsome standing before you. You, Errol, and Rekka approach the door of the Archdruid's house. It's late in the afternoon, just before the sun is about to set. You can tell that Rekka is agitated. He's been waiting all day to speak with her, after everyone else already has. This is Errol's second time visiting already. A few days of rest together, a drunken night of dancing, and you can now decipher the emotions behind his otherwise inscrutable expression. Under his breath, you can sense him muttering his rehearsed lines. "You're not here to persuade her," you whisper, leaning in. Errol nods. "The Archdruid is a very kind woman. She will be understanding." She knocks. Rekka sighs, shaking his head. "Eled should not have asked me to be her spokesperson." "You're her most reliable ranger," you say. "You must have proven yourself many times." The anxiety in his eyes quells for a moment. He nods, and you wonder if he appreciates your presence. You sense his comfort when he's around you, the thawing of his cold stoicism. Knowing him, though, you think he would never be able to confess such gratitude toward you. The front door opens, and Nero steps out. "She's quite tired now. I hope it's all right if we meet in her sleeping quarters." You sense Rekka tensing up. She's sleeping?" No, says Nero. "She is awake, but she will need to lie down for the rest of the evening. I hope you don't mind." His mouth opens, but he doesn't speak. He seems unable to adjust to sudden changes in conversational arrangements. He probably imagined himself speaking to her at eye level. You squeeze his shoulder. "It's no problem, as long as we can speak with her. It's an urgent matter, so any time with her is invaluable." She nods. "I have a feeling I know what it is you wish to discuss with her. If it's what I think it is, then she's already very much aware of the situation." Rekka turns to you, his eyes displaying visible panic. He's questioning the very purpose of his expedition here. "Then why?" Nero puts up a hand. "It's still important that you speak with her on these matters." She gestures for you to all come in. You can feel the warmth of a hearth inside, a dancing, crackling fireplace. "It's okay. Let's go," says Errol, a hand on Rekka's back. You take his hand, pulling gently. "We'll be with you. You don't have to be the only one speaking." But his eyes are darting, as though trying to calculate his best course of action. You usher him inside, crossing through the doorway, and immediately sense a shift in the air. This is, after all, the home of the Archdruid. She served as the Archdruid for centuries before the very founding of the INA. She is the one who oversees all. Even in the South, you've been taught to respect her authority and wisdom. You can only imagine how the other regions revere her. She is perhaps no less than a deity to people like Rekka. His hands begin to shake. You've never seen him so terrified before. You wrap your arms around his arm. Errol, too, is guiding him forward. He's become stiff as a statue. Nero gestures toward a door in the corner. A plain wooden door that betrays no additional information about what the room behind it could look like. "She's waiting inside." "Just breathe," Errol whispers. You wonder if you looked this nervous on the day of your accident. Errol must have been just as perplexed as you are now. You always pictured Rika to be self-assured and reliable, just as Errol might have imagined you. But now you understand that Rika only knows how to conduct himself when he's alone in the wilderness. Here, beholden to another person's whims, beholden to decorum and social etiquette, he has no idea what to do. But you're prepared. You squeeze Rekka's bicep and whisper into his ear, "Don't worry, I believe in you." Saranre offers her blessing. You whisper the incantation for a calming spell, the very same spell that Sister Diaris cast on you to help you sleep. It's funny, given what Rekka has done to help you overcome your fear of flying, you are glad to have found some way to return the favor to him. The spell releases, and instantly his shoulders relax. He stares at you, eyes wide with recognition of what you've done. Errol smiles at you with a nod. Nero knocks on the door. "Archdruid Ihi, are you ready?" A deep yet hoarse voice announces, "Yes, let him in." Rekka closes his eyes, taking in a deep breath. He breaks away from you and steps inside. You and Errol share a glance and follow him in. You are first taken aback by the eye-watering smell, like a rotting animal's corpse left out in the summer. There's a lit staff leaning against the wall, illuminating the room. Buried underneath thick covers, a woman's voice coughs dryly, stirring as she pushes a hand free. Nero slips in between you and Errol, and she helps the woman sit up. Expecting to see her face come out, you instead see a polished wooden mask under layers of curly gray hair. The rotten stench spills out, even sharper now. The woman sighs as she leans back against the wall. Then she turns to all of you. "I am sorry you must meet me in this state. I no longer know my limits." She extends a bony hand, and you notice the tips of her fingers are blackened. Errol steps forward and cups the hand. "You're very cold, Archdruid," she says. The Archdruid lifts her other hand and caresses Errol's face. "Beautiful young woman, I see so much kindness and ambition in your eyes. When Mikos arrives, I know she will wish to meet you." Errol bows her head. "I will be honored." She touches her forehead to the Archdruid's hand. The Archdruid regards you and Rekka. She studies you both quietly and then props herself up a bit more. "As you can see, I am not well." You realize your calm emotion spell has worn off by now. You glance at Rekka, who stares at the Archdruid, paralyzed. His mouth hangs open with shock. Then, as if catching himself in his daze, he shakes himself out of his stupor. He clears his throat. "Archdruid, I have traveled from the western post to request your aid." The Archdruid only tilts her head. She lifts her fingers to her mask, pulling it off her face. The first thing you notice about the Archdruid is how angular her exposed jawbone is, full of grooves and edges. One side of her mouth has rotted away, revealing yellowing teeth. The left side of her face droops over itself as it dangles over her cheekbone. It seems she is only able to breathe out of one nostril. All of you, including Errol, are shocked into complete silence. You wish to look away, but you can't. The Archdruid sets the mask down on her lap and then reaches up, touching the top of her head. She grabs at her hair and pulls, and all of it comes off, leaving only her bald head. Dry, patchy, with even more decaying, blackened spots. You see parts of her skull. We didn't realize what this was until too late, says Nero, stepping forward. Her hands are folded, as though she's praying. It started a few years ago with hair loss, then came the fatigue, then it spread to the rest of her face, until we could no longer have her show herself in public. What is it exactly? You ask. The very same decay that has taken the north, says the archdruid, glancing at Rekka. That is why you wish to see me, is it not? Rekka swallows. He doesn't speak, but he nods. The blight will not allow me to die until it covers all of my flesh and bones, says the archdruid in a matter-of-fact tone. I do not know if this is a blessing or a curse. However, I am using all of my abilities to slow the spread. I believe, once the disease takes me, it will take all of this land. Rekka puts his hand to his chest, his talons scratching at his pin. If you knew about all of this, then why? We have tried to contact the other regions, says Nero. Archdruid Ihi is normally capable of teleporting to other regions, but by the time we realized what was happening to her, it was too late. Her teleportation locations in the west and north have been destroyed by the blight. Then what about the east and south? You ask. We sent messengers to the south, but they have not been responsive, Nero continues. The east, currently, is our best chance. They are aware of the situation, but they are requesting further correspondence with their council. However, with Archdruid Ihi in the state that she is, it is difficult for her to make such long journeys or to stay away from her home for so long. I have attempted to resume talks with the council, but they are slow, and we unfortunately don't have the time to wait around. The Archdruid extends her arm to Rekka. Young Aarakocra of the West, I am sorry that you traveled all the way here to request aid that I cannot give. All I can do is send you on your way to the Ancient Watchers, where you can speak with the council. It will also be useful to send in Aarakocra, says Nero, as they are more receptive to messages from their own kind. Rekka takes one step forward, arms straight at his sides. Anything I can do with my abilities, I will do. His voice rings out, assured for the first time. The archdruid begins to cough. You can sense the agony as her full body convulses. Nero carefully slips the mask over her face and covers her head with her wig. You wonder if that was made with her real hair. I will transport you to the Ancient Watchers. Nero will also pen a letter that you can bring with you to confirm that you have spoken with me. If you can stay there for an extended period, then they may be able to make forward progress. Thank you, Rekka says. Archdruid, you say. What does forward progress mean? If the council knows, then why don't they take the situation more seriously? Isn't this an urgent matter? The East operates on its own time, says Nero. You realize that the archdruid may be too exhausted to say much more. Most individuals in this region live for centuries, not decades. An urgent matter for you may need to be addressed immediately. However, for the Council of the East, urgent matters may still take many years. It will be up to you, especially you, Aarakocra, to express the severity of the problem. Archdruid, says Errol, is this why you are looking for a successor? The archdruid nods, but she doesn't speak further. She lies back into bed, and Nero pulls the covers over her shoulders. Not just one successor, but many, says Nero. She casts her eyes to the floor, sighing with surprising remorse. The Furbolg's arrival was a warning. They warned us, but we didn't pay close enough attention. It will take time, the archdruid gasps. I must take care of the children first. And then I will send you off. It may take over a week. A week? Says Reka. That's far too long. It will still be faster than traveling by foot in this weather, says Nero impatiently. You've never heard her sound irritated before. Be grateful she has offered. It's all right, says Archdruid Ihi, touching Nero's arm. I know your frustration, and I appreciate your understanding. Please, just give me some time. You feel Errol bow. You bow as well. Nero nods, understanding the cue to be dismissed. She gestures for all of you to exit the room. As you leave, you peer back at the Archdruid one last time. She slips fully into her blankets, disappearing. You wonder how painful it must be for her, in her state of terminality, knowing she is the final guard between life and death for all of you. You mutter a quick prayer to Saranre, asking her to watch over the Archdruid, to give her peace and relief as you take up some of her burdens. I've only heard of the Ancient Watchers, says Errol. The last ones to meet the Archdruid, the three of you have returned to the guest home. The sun has set, and the winds have begun to pick up. Inside, the temperature has also dropped. The nomads are whispering amongst themselves, presumably over where to go and what to do. Bach, Laurel, and Maya Lee are also chatting quietly, and now the three of you huddle together, sitting on your bed. It seems all of your meetings with the Archdruid have precipitated some permanent, existential shift in your goals. They're the oldest trees in the forest, says Reka. The last known location of Sylvanos before he disappeared into the Feywild. Though he is calmed, you can sense his growing frustration. Tasked with a mission that is impossible to resolve by even the Archdruid, tasked as an envoy, a diplomatic skill that he knows he doesn't possess. Reka, you say, touching his shoulder. If we speak with the council, I'm happy to do the talking. He closes his eyes, lowering his head. I am a ranger. That's all I know. It's okay, you say, patting his back. I just need the information. You two teach me what I need to know, and I'll do the speaking. You glance at Errol, giving her a quick nod. You know she won't feel comfortable conversing with the council either. Errol twirls a lock of her hair around her fingers. She shifts uncomfortably on your bed, pulling in her knees. I've been thinking about this on our way back. I wonder if I should stay here while you two go. You and Reka both twist your head, staring at her in disbelief. What was that? You ask. I had a long talk with Laurel the other day. He told me about Maya Lee and Bach's situations. I also accompanied them when they met with the Archdruid. Maya Lee, she's grown attached to me, and she asked me to stay with her. The two of them, and I think Mach as well, are the Archdruid's potential successors. I see, says Reka. But, you begin. We're all working towards the same goal. We're all helping the Archdruid and helping the forest. And also, just because the nomads made it here safely doesn't mean we should leave them be. At least one of us should make sure they're cared for here. But, Eri, we're supposed to stay together. That's what High Priestess Vavina said. I know. How far away are the Ancient Watchers? You ask. 10 days flying, says Reka. 20 since it's winter. It's been so long since you've been apart from Errol. All these months of being together every hour of every day. You've grown to rely on her for nearly everything. I still have a lot to learn about Saranre, you say. I need you to teach me. To your surprise, Errol scoffs, and hot shame washes over you. She shakes her head. No, Ark, I don't have anything more to teach you. You've already surpassed me. Airy, your eyes begin to burn. Once everything here is settled, I'll find my way to you. Maybe the Archdruid will transport me if she's well enough. It won't be for very long, Ark. We still have a long journey ahead together. She takes your hand, squeezing. She smiles with this knowing expression as she peers at Rekka and then back at you, as though she's saying she wants you to have more alone time with him. And all you can feel now is deep remorse. She knows you're infatuated. She's given you her blessing, as she always does, by stepping to the side for your sake. Airy, you say, pressing her hand to your beak, if you want to stay, you have to tell me that it's what you really want, and you're not just doing it because of me. It is, says Errol, more assuredly than you imagined. To be honest, when I first started this journey, when we met Brother Taida and learned about what was happening to the nomads, I felt so lost. I felt so out of my depth. But now, I have a better idea of what I can do. I'm not yet blessed by the Everlight, but there are still things I can accomplish for now. You don't know why it hurts so much to hear this. You possess this deep sense of both shame and childish greed. This need to have her all to yourself. Your love is a selfish love. What more can you take from her? All you can do is nod. Okay, Airy. She pulls you in for a tight embrace. I love you, Ark. It won't be long. I know you and Rekka can take care of things without me. She sniffles. Rekka, promise to take care of him. Rekka's hand rests softly on your back. I will. I love you too, Airy. You nuzzle her shoulder. As long as you're happy, I'm happy.